Alright, hey guys, it's Jay. I'm here with another tutorial. Today, shoes for your Gohan cosplay. Alright, on to materials. Measuring tape. I probably won't use it. I never really do anymore. Boot covers, I never use these unless I'm doing length. And I don't need to do length because these are only going up to about here. So I can just use the shoe. Yeah, so measuring tape. Sharpie. Or any marker. Doesn't matter. Scissors. Make sure they can cut through the fabric. You don't know how many pairs of scissors I have that don't cut through fabric very well because they suck. Get good ones. Elastic. Hot glue gun and some glue. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of gluing. So have fun with that. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a straight pin. I got a pack of, I think, 500 for like $7, I think. Get some straight pins. This isn't the case this one came in. My mom got really long ones, and I don't like the long ones. Most importantly, the fabric and the shoes. So these are your base shoes. These are what I got. These are American Eagle brand. I got them at Payless. Don't worry about the zippers. Those are getting covered up. And don't worry about it's gray because that's getting covered up too. But I like the fact that they have this little tiny heel there. Gives you some support. Whereas if it didn't, you probably wouldn't want to walk on it. So my fabric is a canvas. I got it at Joann's for $10. It also goes by the name duck cloth. I'm not sure if that's actually different or not, but I think it's the same thing. I think duck cloth is the name that Joann's uses, and canvas is the name that everyone else uses, because it's literally a canvas. It feels like a paint canvas almost, actually, like the canvas that you would professionally paint on an easel. So this stuff's really good for this kind of boot cover because you're going to be doing a lot of walking in them. That's what boot covers are. So that's it for the materials. Now I'm going to zoom out so that the camera's right here. Alright, as you guys can see, I have the shoe here, or boot, or whatever you want to call it, on the fabric. Now, so you guys are aware, this is 2 layers of canvas. It comes folded like that on the bolt, and it just rolls up like this. So it'll come rolling up that way. So that's how it normally comes. So it's already doing the job for you. So what you're going to do is line up this with this here. I'm already marking my fabric there. So line that up as best you can. Maybe give it a little bit of wiggle room. So give it about your normal seam allowance, because you're going to be sewing another portion onto that. That's where the top is going to scrunch, and it's going to be a separate piece. So to do this, you're going to notice that this is there, and this is there-ish. So what you're going to do, first, trace around that part, and then come up a little off that side, again for seam allowance, because you're going to make 2, as well as you want enough so that when it folds over, when it folds up this way, the 2 pieces can meet and it won't be way down there. Alright, so we're going to go up, but go out this way a little bit. So you're going a little wider up here than you are down here. You'll see why in just a second. And then come from this side, the same thing. I can't draw really well standing up. Haven't stood up and drawn in a while. You're going to make this really wide here too. It does not matter if it's wide enough or how wide it is, because like the side you can cut it down to whatever size you need. So make it nice and big. And it doesn't matter if you mess up on this side, because if you're going to cut around, even if you leave this, you can make that your inside. So that always helps. Make this side really big too out here. Now you notice this side is huge compared to this side. And now I will explain why. So what we're going to do is this here is going to be sewn to a rectangular strip. Now that strip is going to be folded over so it's like a tube. It's flat. Think of folded over bias tape with the end, one end closed and one end opened, and then you sew the opened end. Now you have a hollow tube-ish fabric going around. So it's going to go all the way around, and we're going to put the elastic inside that, and this will bunch up, looking more like his shoes. So let's finish drawing here real quick. Let's just do that. That looks good enough. And it is, we might as well make this a little wider down here than it should be. That way we have wiggle room. This part is not going to get sewn to anything. So it does not matter how good it looks. You're going to be fray blocking it and then gluing it. So it doesn't really matter. It's not going to stay looking ugly. Alright, and now it's time to cut this out, and I'll be back when I cut it out. Alright, now we have both sides. Now we're going to pin them up just like this. So that this side is the side you're pinning on, the side you drew on. So you're pinning here and here. Now make the pins really, really close together so that when we flip it inside out, or right side out in this case, it will look like it's sewn. There won't be any holes coming out. So it'll look really nice and neat when we're doing the fitting test. And I will be right back with those pinned together. Alright, so here we have them pinned. It's kind of hard to see here. Yeah. Focus. There we go. You can see I have the pins very, very close together. So when you turn it inside out, or right side out in this case, it doesn't have any holes, so that it looks more sewn together. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to take the shoe, I'm using it back out again, take the shoe, and do a quick fit test this way. And it seems, I noticed this when I did my last section of this video where I showed you the two halves. I noticed that there's a lot of gap here. This is actually where the shoe is. You can see down here it's quite big. What you're going to do is you're going to, while this is on here, and you can, if you feel safe with it, you can use masking tape because it doesn't leave too much residue. Tape across tightly all the way around until it'll be around the area where you need to keep it pinned close, and then you can start pinning it a lot closer, and then that'll get you a better fit for your shoes. So I'm going to be pinning this up next to where it needs to be, and I will be right back when I do that. Alright, so as you can see here, it's all pinned up. I got it from here down to here, all the way around. So what I did was I started here, and I gradually went up, and as you'll notice, I didn't go at the shoe. You don't want it to be at the shoe. So what you want to do is you want to make a little bit above, and then this goes gradually into these. So this will get cut right along here, so you'll have still some seam allowance, and then it'll stay this big out here. As you can see, it's quite tight on the shoe, which is what you want. You can see it covers the entire shoe, which is also what you want. You might not want to cover that heel there because you need to walk on that. People won't see that usually anyway because they're looking down. When you look down, still not very good. So this is pretty much how you want to look for this stage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around here now, and then I'll be back when I get that cut. Okay, so as you can see, I have the piece right here that I cut off, and the piece right here. And then around in here somewhere, I had to take out one of the pins so that I could cut where the new and the old pieces areas met up. So I needed to remove that, and then I just added it back in. So now, what you're going to do now, you know that this is the right size. Now we're going to do a real fit test. And I did a fit test yesterday while I was doing the other parts. And right before I did the pinning part from just a second ago on the video, it was actually last night that I did that. And so I did this, and that's how I figured out it was too big. So that helped with the video. So then you do this, just cover, gets tight here, pull tight. As you can see, it still covers the entire shoe. It's still a little big because well, this is kind of open because of the pin there, but it'll be like that, so it'll be nice and tight. Plus, his shoes aren't that amazing looking in the first place, so you don't have to make it look all that great. So this is the first video test of this shoe, and you can see it still covers all the way around. There we go. You can see it was covered there. Hold that in place there. You can see that it still covers the entire shoe. So that's good. That's exactly what we want. You still can see the heel. You can still walk on it. And then the next, on the next step, I'm going to be sewing it together. And I won't be able to show you sewing it together because I don't have a way of really showing you my machine. We're going to flip this inside out though, and you're going to take these pins back out and insert them. I do it this way, sideways. I usually use a couple. Take that pin out. Let's take that pin out and this long pin out. I don't need that one. So I usually go like this. Leave some room there. Then I'll go this way through the machine. So we'll go like that. So there's room up here so that you're not catching the pin. And then you'll just run that through like that. And do the same thing for this side. Bam, like that. Or if you do it this way, whichever way you want. That's up to you. But that's how I do it. So before you even put the covers on, we need to do the top pieces, the part that's going to scrunch up. So what I'm doing here, I'm lining this up. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see that flapping around there. I'm lining that up so that it's the same on both sides here. It's roughly the same. It doesn't have to be exact, but this is my piece of elastic. So it's gonna. This is just a spare piece of elastic. This is the spare from the piece that I'm using. So this came off of that same roll. So I can use it as a measurement. So I fold this over, there we go, like so, and it's on the line where the top of the shoe cover meets. Now, it's a little big. You'll notice it's quite a bit wider. This is a good thing because this is going to be sewn roughly here where my nail is, roughly there. So you want this to be about that much of a difference on either side. So that's going to be sewn to here, so that way this fits inside. And we're going to put the elastic inside after it's sewn to this. And I'll show you that after I get that done. So I'm going to cut this out so I can show you how to do that. So I got two pieces here for you. This is the shape you need. What I did was It was already folded over this way on the last part, where the boot cover back was over here, the front was over here, and this will be the length of the top of the boot cover. So this and the boot cover's top are the same length. I actually just did a bunch of trial and error. I'm used to waistbands that aren't thick, so those usually are on the same size. I thought this would be different, but it's not. So I noticed that you see it bunches up a lot. So I thought that's what would happen. I thought that would be a bad thing, but then I noticed it's just right for boot covers. So it fits perfectly. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew about this far in, so about a quarter inch maybe in, all the way around, and then we'll be back right after that, and then we'll be on to the gluing of the boot cover to the shoe. Alright, so real quick, something I didn't go over in the last step. When you sew the piece on, this is on the inside, sewing it to the inside, and this one is sewing it to the outside. So this is the inside of the boot cover, and this is what you'll see on the outside. So I'm going to show you the difference, just so you know. So on this one, we sewed it, as an example. This was the first one that I was doing, but I did have more than one boot cover ready just in case. So here you'll see the seam that should be on the outside is now on the inside. What does that mean? That means you flip it right side out, it's going to look like that. This is what will happen if you sew it, layering it while it's still inside out. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn it right side out and layer it over again. So then this time when you flip up the lip you just made, there you go. Now it looks right. Now it's on the right side. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to glue this down onto the shoe, and then after that we're going to be putting the elastic in, and I will show you exactly how to put the elastic in real time. It might be sped up a little bit, I don't know for sure, but I will be right back with the shoe, and I'll put my hot glue gun on and show you how to do that. Alright, so we're back, and we have the shoe cover there. You can see, just like before, fits all the way around. And what we're going to do here is while it's held on there, we're going to be gluing. So you're going to take your hot glue, you're going to go in here, and go around. The easier way to do it is peel this back. I'll do the front on camera, hopefully. It's kind of difficult with the tripod in the way. This glue gun is really terrible. So, well, be careful not to burn yourself. Just like that. I've built a tolerance to the heat of the heat gun. I burned myself too many times on it. So it really doesn't hurt me anymore unless it's really something I don't see coming. So as you can see, that's on there. Not coming off. It's nice and dry now. And then do the whole thing around the rest of it. All the way around. Take it back to the front. And then I'm going to glue this now, and then I will come back when it's all glued, because there's no way I'm doing this all on camera. Alright, so a quick little showing before I put the elastic in. So here's it all glued on. Obviously not the best glue job. This glue gun hates me, I swear. It wants revenge for me taking it off the shelf. It is very temperamental. It very, very high temperature. And, when my Princess Peach crown tutorial comes out, you will see why I freaking hate it. So, aside from the stupidity of my glue gun there, we're going to be adding the elastic and the top band here. And this will scrunch up real small. And then that'll be the end of the tutorial. Alright, in order to do this, you're going to need 2 safety pins. It'd be better if they were extremely strong like these. These are really, really, really thick and strong safety pins. So what you're going to do is take your scissors, go to back here. Let's see, it's hard to do this thing up, but fold it down and be wary of if you have the fold in here that's really big. This one is actually kind of small. So it doesn't matter which way I cut, but if your fold is going this way, then cut this side. If your fold is going that way, cut this side. And then you're going to feed it through the direction that your fold is going. So that way you're not snagging on it when you come around. So what we're going to do here, be wary of the seam there and the top. And then snip. Adjust your hole if needed, and that one looks to be just the right size. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this curls this way, natural curl there, so we're going to feed it that way. Feed it through, and if you've ever made elastic waistbands, you know exactly what I'm doing. Feed this as far in as we can here. So what we're going to do, we're going to get it so that this end is right there. So it's not going in yet. Alright, just like that. The end is right there. We're going to take the second safety pin without stabbing yourself like I almost did. I'm going to pin that on there so that it's not going to move around on you. When you finish feeding this through, which now is where it gets hard. You know what? I'll come back when I finish feeding that through. This is actually taking some time, and my leg hurts from standing doing this. Alright, so we have the finished shoe here, and I'm actually going to show you real quick what I did, because I had to sew everything up because it was kind of pissing me off. So here you see we have the same elastic that I used in there. So what we're going to do is when it's in there, it'll kind of meet like that, and then it'll meet like this when it comes out. So it'll feed through, and it'll be like this, and it'll come out like that. So then you'll grab these, pull it out this way like that. So it's really, it'll be really tight, so be careful. Then what you're going to do is sew really close to the top. Focus here, or manual focus I mean. It's not working too well, so I'll have it done here. So not at the very top because it's unraveling. Do it a little bit under the edge here. So that way when it's in there, it pulls back that way, and then you can do your thing. What I did was, the way I sewed it, I don't remember the term. I think it's whip stitch, but I'm actually about to show you the exact method that I used, and that's going to be cutting away from this and going to there. So that's going to be right now. Alright guys, so this is the little tutorial to show you what kind of stitching I did for the elastic. So we're going to start out with just a 2-layer of red fabric and black thread. Should make it pretty easy to see. So even if it's not focusing, okay, there we go. And what I do is let's just poke it here. Why not? Alright, so we'll start there. And let's got a regular stitch going on. We go over a little ways and go back here in between. And then just a little ways again. And back in between. On the other side, it starts to form an actual line rather than separate stitches. So this method over and over again is how I did the top of the elastic. So that should tell you everything you need to know about that method. Alright, so after that tutorial, you should know how I sewed this together. This one is going to go in my other one. I have not finished my other shoe yet, so I'm going to be doing that later off camera, obviously, because you only need to see one. But when I finish that, there'll be pictures at the end. So, but that tutorial is how I would sew this together in here. So then, after that, you'll see here there's a seam. For that's where we cut earlier in the video, and you'll have to be sewing that up. And so what I did here is just like any other, say a cartoon stuffed animal gets its arm ripped off, and mom or dad goes to fix it. Well, you'll notice that they do this whole loopy-loop thing, and that's literally what you're doing here. So if you've seen any cartoon where they're cartoonily, yeah, that's a word, where they're cartoonily sewing something back together, that's exactly the method you're doing with this. There's a bunch of different methods you can do with this. There's a snake type way, what is that? You know what I'm talking about. The normal hand sewing way, we have two pieces together and you're just going back and forth. You can also do the same stitches with these, but it's a lot harder because you have a lot less room to work with. So this is easier. I just hold it all together and just kind of feed it through each time. And it worked. So it's not perfect, but it looks like Gohan's shoes, or Piccolo's shoes, if you will. And I think they look fine. So this is it for this tutorial. Like I said earlier in the video, I will be showing off these. I'm going to be wearing them so you can see what they look like on a person. It's only going to probably be, you know, lower half of the leg, but it's better than nothing, right? And then I will be showing like front, side, back views, all nice HD pictures. So that'll be at the end of this video, and alright, that's it for this tutorial. I do have some news for this, and it's tutorial related. I had previously in my intro video mentioned my Princess Peach crown tutorial that was going to be the first tutorial I put up. That's no longer obviously happening, so this is replacing that for now. The mess of a hot glue gun that this thing is kind of screwed up my progress on it, and it looks kind of crappy. So I did this one in the meantime. I just happened to have to make these. I have a convention Labor Day weekend, and right now the date that I am recording this is the 27th, I believe, 26th and 27th of August. So I have literally, I literally leave 1 week from the recording of this video. So I don't have time to finish the Peach one, but it will be up right after the convention. So I'm going to say roughly 10th or 11th of September. So expect it around then. Yeah, Sorry guys, I didn't mean to do that. I don't like this glue gun. It's a pain in the butt. Anyway, so that's it for this. So like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later.